Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into how a single reckless obsession can just absolutely create a devastating domino effect. And for our case study, we're looking at the dramatic collapse from episodes 4 and 5 of Meri Zindagi Hai Tu. Seriously, think about it. We're about to see how one guy's delusion, this single-minded pursuit of a woman he barely even knows, sets off a catastrophic chain reaction for literally everyone around him. So, the chaos really kicks off with Kamyar's behavior just spiraling completely out of control. His brilliant idea to set a car on fire lands him, unsurprisingly, in a police station. And his family? Well, they're horrified. His father is just radiating pure fury. Now for Ayra, this isn't just some annoying, unwanted attention. No, it's a waking nightmare. His constant presence creates this atmosphere of pure dread. And not just for her, but for her entire family. They're all caught in the crossfire of his obsession now. But here's the kicker. Instead of holding their son responsible for his actions, Kamar's family, especially his mother, pulls off this amazing mental gymnastics routine. They decide that Ayra herself must be the problem, which completely absolves him of all his destructive behavior. Unbelievable. Okay, so while Kamyar's obsession is ramping up, something totally separate and actually really hopeful is happening over in Amir's home. And you guessed it, it's about to collide with his delusion in the worst way imaginable. And right here, this is the heart of the whole misunderstanding. On one hand, you've got Falak, Ayra's sister, who is filled with all this nervous hope as she gets ready to meet a potential fiancé. But on the other hand, Kamyar's delusion completely takes over. He hears whispers of a proposal and immediately twists it into this story where Ayra is being forced into a marriage she doesn't want. What makes this all so much more tragic is Ishtiak's character. I mean, during their meeting, he shows he's a genuinely kind and considerate guy. He even gives Falak a respectful way out if she's not interested. He has absolutely no idea that this outside force is about to just destroy everything. So, this huge misunderstanding, it escalates real quick to the point of no return. Kamyar, believing he's some kind of hero swooping in to save Ayra, decides he has to intervene. And he does it with a single, devastating lie. He doesn't waste any time. He finds Ishtiak at his workplace, all ready to deliver this piece of fake news that he genuinely sees as a heroic act to protect the woman he's fixated on. The lie itself is so simple, so direct, and just utterly destructive. He tells Ishtiak that the woman he's about to marry is already his girlfriend. He paints this false picture of a secret love, a family forcing her into an unwanted marriage, the whole 9 yards. And just like that, with just a few words, the trap is set. A lie that was born from delusion unleashes this torrent of heartbreak, humiliation, and confusion that is about to just swallow an entire family whole. So here's the thing. You have to understand just how quickly this one lie unravels everything. The consequences are immediate, they are painful, and they hit everyone involved. You can see the dominoes fall so fast. First, a polite but very firm rejection call. Then, a sister's complete and utter devastation. And finally, Ayra confronts a stunned Kamyar, who realizes, oh no, he just sabotaged the wrong sister's engagement? This line from Falak is just heartbreaking. It perfectly captures her pain, you know? It wasn't just any rejection, it was her very first one, and the public humiliation just makes it 1,000,000 times worse. And here we see this staggering disconnect between how Kamyar sees himself and what actually happened. In his mind, he's the hero, the savior. But in reality, he's nothing but a reckless force of destruction. Now, you might think that realizing he made such a catastrophic error would make Kamyar back off, right? Wrong. His attempt to fix his mistake only reveals the true, terrifying depth of his delusion. You can't make this stuff up. He actually goes back to Ishtiak, explains that he got the sisters mixed up, and then proposes this absurd solution. They should go to the family's house together and propose to both sisters at the same time. Ishtiak is, as you can imagine, completely horrified. Ayra could not be any clearer. She spells it all out for him. The chaos he's caused, from her father going to the police station to her sister's broken engagement. But her words, they have absolutely zero effect on his obsession. It's like talking to a brick wall. The stress is now just through the roof for everyone. Falak is so traumatized that she physically attacks Kamyar at their university. Ayra's anxiety hits an all-time high when he somehow gets her personal phone number and starts calling her, a total violation of her privacy. Just when you think things can't get any crazier, an unexpected family emergency throws another explosive ingredient into the mix, forcing all of these characters onto a collision course in the most unlikely place. He rushes his grandmother to the hospital, and he is completely frantic. He immediately starts threatening the staff, warning them that if anything happens to her, he will not spare anyone. And in a final dramatic twist of fate, who do you think is the doctor on duty in the emergency room? The person who is now responsible for saving his grandmother's life. Yep, it's Ayra. All of a sudden, the hospital becomes this stage for the ultimate confrontation. Kamyar, his family, Ayra, and even Falak, who also happens to be at the hospital, are all trapped in the same space, on an inevitable collision course. And this leaves us with a really powerful question. When trust has been so completely shattered by delusion and obsession, is redemption even on the table? Can any of these relationships ever truly be repaired?